really beginning to engage with parents to say, hey, this is a multi-tier process to get young people financially independent. So yes, who doesn't have an experience with debt in college? Credit card debt, student loan debt. It is kind of scary to me, the amount of debt now that young people are in, be it credit card debt or student loan debt. Talking to young people now who have 6 figures of student loan debt, that doesn't even surprise me anymore. And it's become so normal now. I am clutching my pearls, just in shock. When a person tells me, oh, I have $150,000, I have $85,000. I have talked to people particularly who went to professional school, law school, medical school, over $300,000 in debt. Don't even blink an eye about that. That is crazy. It is absolutely crazy if you don't have a plan or strategy on how to deal with that. Same thing, you talked about the credit cards. I don't have an issue with credit cards. I think they're an amazing tool, but do we know how to use them responsibly? And are we teaching young people how to use them responsibly? Use it, pay that balance in full every month. Are we teaching kids how to do that? And that's really important because, the habits that they have, as young people, clearly it impacts you as you become a real adult. I kind of call those people kind of fake adults.
Yes.
And they want to pick the fun part of being an adult too, but it can take a lifetime to dig out of some of those situations.
Yes, absolutely.
What you do on a college campus, you can spend the rest of your life digging out of that. Sean, you and I both know that sounds crazy. 4 or 5 years should not impact you financially for the rest of your adult life. That's insane.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and that breadth for the listening audience of the generations that are coming out of high school, going into college, and for the generations that are coming out of college, going into the workforce, and you're not stepping into that entrepreneurship role, please do take all of the nuggets that Jini is sharing in regards to the debt, the credit card debt, the loan debt, all of it. Please do pay very close attention to that. So one of the other things I wanted to kind of tap in just a little bit, when we look over on the other spectrum where we have seen so many successful, wealthy, influential individuals attain levels of success. But what I want to ask is, what is one of the biggest mistakes that you've witnessed over your 25 years and working with many different professionals, the pitfalls that possibly could be avoided for what they did not do of what they should have done, and how to avoid financial disaster when you do come into a level of wealth and acquisition?
Love that question. A few things come to mind, Sean. Number one, where I see most people get in the biggest trouble is related to taxes. All the money that you earn is not yours, period. You have an obligation, federal and state, or possibly states based on, where you live and how you live. But I have seen taxes get people in really big trouble and put them on their behind because they are living their life based on the gross amount that they're earning versus this is what I've earned minus what I have spent for business purposes, my obligation to the government, and then the rest of the money is mine. So taxes is one. Number two is adjusting your lifestyle. And so as an entrepreneur, I see people who begin to make money and immediately begin to adjust their lifestyle up. Versus taking a minute and saying, wait a minute, let me get my footing. How much money do I need to have saved to feel comfortable? How much money do I need to have invested? What do I need to do to put a strong foundation in place versus just automatically, bigger car, more vacations, bigger house, all this money going out. Again, without putting that infrastructure in place. Third thing that's important, Sean, is money team. And this is for all of us. Whether you make $50,000 a year, you make $500,000 or $5 million a year, you don't realize it, but you already have a money team, but you're not using them as a money team. And what I mean by that is, I'm assuming everybody has an insurance agent. Maybe someone is helping them do their taxes. You understand where I'm going with this? Like,
absolutely.
When you have money, you have to have the right support around you. You don't go to your dentist for your physical. You have a doctor team. Your dentist, probably your eye doctor, ophthalmologist, your general practitioner. Money really works the same way. And we need to engage these people like a team. So that's critical to have the right people around you, to have the right guidance. And you have to be committed to saving and investing. So I'm not just like a hoarder. Saving and your money isn't making money for you. But what I can promise you, Sean, the rain is going to come. Some people aren't impacted by the rain at all because they are prepared, they're equipped. And there are other people, a little rain comes and it just washes everything away because they have not saved and prepared for the rainy day. The rain has to come. You need to be financially in a position to do that. I mean, if COVID hasn't taught us anything else, Sean, COVID certainly has taught us that. Think about the number of businesses in the first few months of COVID in 2020 that were gone. Why? No cash reserves. They either didn't have money or they didn't have the ability to borrow money.
Yeah, statistics were high. Absolutely.
And it's like you're living on the edge. You're living as if there's never going to be a bump in the road. There has to be a bump in the road because that's just how life works.
Wow, amazing. You've been in business over 25 years now. What is one of the things that you are most proud of that you've done working with companies and also your clients?
What am I the most proud of? A couple of things. Number one, it's just been an honor and privilege to have an amazing team. What it means to me to have a team of just amazing folks that either we've hired right out of college or, maybe we're their second or third opportunity, but just really to see young people develop. I love, love, love that. We've had several people who no longer work with us anymore who've gone on to start their own firms, their own companies. I strongly encourage that here. I understand that we are probably a step in someone's journey and have spent a lot of time helping people transition from us as they get ready for their next opportunity. So that has been huge. I work primarily in the entertainment industry. And just to be a part of that community, helping people manage their money, every dime artists make, if they're a client, we run their businesses and their personal lives. And to be able to give them that peace and that security and that safety so they can focus on their craft, has been nothing but an honor to be able to do that. So, I've never dreamt or wanted to work in the entertainment industry. I literally kind of fell into the business, but it has been a magical ride. And I'm just happy to have been able to contribute my part on people's journey.
Amazing. That's awesome. And we are almost at the very close of our segment. And so this is perfect timing because you're segueing right into how I normally close the segment. I love asking all of my guests if they could leave the platform with a word of inspiration or encouragement to the listening audience. If there's one word you could share with the listening audience, what would that one word be as we walk into this new year of 2022?
Prepare. I think this should be. I think this should be a season of preparation for folks.
I love that. Prepare. And
Prepare.
let's put that in all caps. Can we do that? Can we put prepare in all caps? I
Yeah.
love that. I love it. I love it. So now as we are getting ready to close, could you please share with the listening audience how they may partner with you, how they may connect with Envision, and how others may find you to be a guest on their show? If you could please share that with the platform before we close the segment.
Certainly, Sean. So you can certainly engage with us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. It's Jini, Jini, Thornton, Thornton. You can find me on all platforms at Jini Thornton. And then for our Thank Me Later community, that's on Instagram at Thank Me Later. ThankMeLater.money is our website. So please engage with us. And thank you so much for having me, Sean. And happy New Year to you. And I know this is going to be an amazing 2022 for you.
Wow, I expect it. And thank you for that as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Sean Inspires podcast. As always, do share it with your community. And as I always close out, do stay strong and stay inspired. Until next time, bye now.